What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? No, he doesn't even know what it's called. What's it called? What's it called?
Y'all, hey y'all, I got a weird tummy today.
Weird Tom.
Welcome to Tummy Talk. This is not always Tummy Talk, but it is not the first time it's been Tummy Talk because Caleb and I, we got some tummies.
Oh, we got tummies, and they got some rumbling.
Oh, man.
We shouldn't have picked an office so close to a Chipotle.
That is literally the problem. It is. So, okay, we have an office. How about that?
Isn't this insane?
If you're
Look at
watching
us.
on our
Look at
YouTube,
us.
which if you'd like to, even if you're not a regular YouTube viewer, perhaps you'd like to see our office. What's it called? .rodeo is our website, and there's a link to the YouTube. Also to our Patreon. Sign up for our Patreon, patreon.com/ what's it called, and also to all our other stuff, places you can subscribe to the show and follow us on Twitter and Instagram and blah blah blah. Anyway, I hate ads, but
I love them.
if you're watching, you can see we have a fucking office. It's
That's
tiny,
right.
200 square feet in Koreatown in Los Angeles, California. And look, it is tiny, and we're figuring it out. You know, if we don't, we have Simon as a decoration,
And that's actual size. That's how small this office is.
that's really him.
That is Simon.
It looks like it's cardboard, and that it's somehow affixed to a book
But it
shelf,
ain't.
but no, that's Simon. We've silenced him, but if you turn up the volume, you can
hear it. It's like he's our white noise.
or whatever. You know? Yeah, it sounds like yeah, it sounds like angry Adam Sandler. If Adam Sandler had food in his mouth, this is what Simon Gibson sounds like.
If Adam
Yeah,
You know how the adults in Charlie Brown are like, it's like if in Adam Sandler world, the adults in that world would talk like Simon.
yes.
Because he'd be like, "Oh, I don't have my homework."
And it's Adam Sandler's dad and Billy Madison. Oh my God, that's so funny, dude.
That's perfect.
It's
That's Adam.
William Madison. That's what we should call Simon. So yeah, it's a tiny office, and and our little corner that we record the podcast in isn't fully decorated yet. And another thing is, we don't have both chairs. The chair that Caleb is in is this little leather recliner chair.
Podcast chair.
We have a second one coming. But all that said, it's small, and we're still building it up. Next week, it'll be more decorated and more
That's
and more
right.
decorations to come.
This is our first office episode, and this is like we're gonna have the chairs are gonna match. We can do
Yeah.
this with them. Look at that.
Yeah, you
We
can
be all
recline.
flat if we want.
What I'm trying to say is that despite the fact that all that's true, I cannot tell you how happy I am right now.
Oh my God!
It is
It's
really
too much.
weird.
Euphoria.
Like, when I started stand-up, people weren't like, if people were to ask me what I wanted, my answer was not, well, I want an office. Matter of fact, I think that would have been at the very bottom of the list. I wanted to, I was one of those guys that was like punk or whatever.
Yeah, it seems too adult. It seems
Yes.
lame and corporate, and
Ugh. But now we have our own space.
yeah.
And it is, we will give a little tour in a Patreon episode or post a video on Instagram or something like that showing you what it is.
Oh,
And it
it's so
really
great.
is so tiny. It
Yeah, but
is-
it's also like it's as big as my actual room. This might be bigger than my room.
Than your bedroom?
In my bedroom, yeah.
I'm just saying it's like, it's not really anything necessarily to write home about. And yet at the same time, nothing has made me happier than this. There's just something about having your own space. We're on the 7th floor. We have a view of another tall building.
It feels
we have
like
a mini fridge, and we have a desk with a computer on it where we can like write and edit and make stuff.
and Dave has the green lamp that they have on desks in Mad Men.
Yeah.
Whatever you call that lamp, it made me cackle out loud when I saw it. I couldn't believe those are even real.
I
They
got a
look
law
so
lamp.
businessy.
Yeah.
And so far a day, let me give you a rundown. So we've been at the office about 3 hours now, and here's what we did. We got here. We played Tony Hawk. We spilled coffee on the floor, and then we went to Chipotle. That's what we did so far today. But I love it. Office life is so dope. We have beers in the fridge, and we're like, what are you drinking at work?
Oh my God.
Buddy.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, I don't know why it's important to me to reiterate over and over how not historically impressive our office is, except to
No.
say it's specifically this. I just want to emphasize that it doesn't matter where we would be. The fact it is the smallest version of an
Right.
office
It's
you
like
can
the
imagine.
dorm room size.
Yeah, it's smaller than I would say most dorm rooms, but my point is, having your own office space that you rent for your shit is
Oh,
the
yeah.
coolest fucking shit ever, dude.
Yeah,
and
man.
we went halvesies on a fridge. There's beer in there from Southern Prohibition
That's
Brewing.
right. Southern Prohibition. Get drunk with it.
Yeah, their tagline is we don't know it yet, but we sponsor the podcast. What's it called? And I am going to ask them that. You mark my word. Your words. What
I can't wait for our first real business meeting where you're going to go, can you sponsor our podcast? And they'll go, what's it called? And you'll go, uh-huh.
Ah.
And I bet that'll get us the sponsorship. I bet they'll go,
Yeah.
oh, cool.
Yeah. It's
bet it
called
will.
Who's On First? The podcast.
Yeah, I think it's a great. I think we're their brand too. We're a couple of dudes. We like a nice IPA.
We like the South. I love Hattiesburg.
Yeah.
So yeah, also, here's the other thing I'll say. These people with a bigger office than this, what is that for? Because
Yeah. What else do you need?
look at this. We
We have 2 monitors.
We have in this corner. So here's what's going on in this room. What you can see if you're looking at the video: 2 chairs, 2 mics, and then a little shelf in the background. Cardboard cutout of Simon Gibson. Our logo. There's going to be a bunch more shit. Over in the other corner is a mini fridge, a little stand for cleaning
it's so
stuff,
nice. It's made of wood.
a merch table with merch, merch and also other supplies stored underneath it. And then in the other corner is a desk with a computer and then a little filing cabinet and then another monitor and an Xbox and the thing recording this and another filing cabinet. What do you have in your big office?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
this
you're
is the
wasting.
largest room anyone could need.
Yeah, it's just and it's the size of a big van. What do you need in your big office?
You know, they used to call my father Big Van.
Big van?
Yeah.
I
dude.
like that name.
Yeah.
We just
It's
renamed
because he
his
had
dad.
wheels instead of legs.
Nowadays, these millennials,
Yeah, they don't have.
they don't have wheels for legs.
Yeah.
'Cause they like to sit on their ass and
My dad,
Tweet.
he got shot in Vietnam at the exact perfect time. There was a
Oh.
prototype for wheel. I don't know.
My
With
dad
the
got
Swift.
shot in Vietnam in 2003.
My dad got shot in Vietnam by himself. Yeah, when you bring up Nam in my family, it's a sore subject because that's where my father killed himself.
Oh no.
That's a very dark joke.
Yeah. It's also not true. So
My
that's why-
dad's
that's why I
alive.
liked
He did
it.
go to Nam, and he didn't really come back. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And what I mean is that I don't know my father
Oh yeah.
because he lives in Vietnam with his other family.
I mean, that would be a nice place to have your other family.
Vietnam?
You
It
know? No
does-
one would suspect.
Totally. Well, at least for you, you know.
Yeah.
I want if you're gonna have another family, then you better be in fucking Vietnam. And I've never been to Vietnam. I'm not saying it's
If
bad.
you have another family,
It better be
it
in
better
Vietnam.
be in Vietnam. Just to see Jeff Foxworthy do any material about Vietnam
Dude.
would be so gratifying.
Just yeah, man, to see him explore.
Y'all heard about the domino effect? See, now in the post-World War II international order, you'd be like, Jeff, I think you forgot your brand.
Man, this city's faker than the Gulf of Tonkin situation. Man.
Oh, we got to do DMT with Jeff Foxworthy.
Oh, man.
Change his whole shit up. If you're listening, Jeff, we love you. Please get high with us.
We should rename DMT. That'd be a good
Ooh,
one.
yeah.
How many podcasts do you think there are about DMT?
Ooh, I would say it's like, you know what percentage of the internet is porn?
It's that amount.
That. Whatever is that.
Yeah, totally.
It's an unending supply, and no one could ever consume it all.
Right.
And it would probably be a very bad idea to try.
Right.
How could you?
Dude, a podcast about DMT. There's a version of that could be good, but it's mostly just gonna be fucking 22-year-olds being like, all right, we're gonna take the DMT now and see what happens, and then it's
Right.
just a 7-hour episode where you hear like people falling down and the cops come in the background and they still release it somehow.
You know what is weird to me? That's for some reason, when you said that, the first thing I thought was like, oh, you shouldn't do DMT when you're like 22. What do you
Why?
need that for? You're 22. Have a good time.
Oh, you're saying that 22 is like an old man's drug? It's like a
If you're 22, I think you should just be jumping up and down, enjoying the way your back feels, and like
I see.
playing pickup basketball.
Oh, I thought you meant that DMT was like the reading books of drugs.
Right.
Well, it sort of is. It is like, because I feel like if you're 22, if you're going to be doing drugs, like,
Yeah.
take some cocaine or ketamine or something. You know what I mean?
boy, what if we got a good ketamine sponsor?
That'd be great, dude. It's just a horse.
We're sponsored by what's that horse dewormer? We're
Ivermectin,
sponsored by
dude.
Avermectin. Avermectin.
How great would that be? But we get sponsored by a real company that makes ivermectin for a real. Like we're like, it's our sponsor. Please don't take it if you're a person. Yeah.
It is for your horse.
It is like a
People
thing.
keep calling in, and they sound like not horses.
Yes.
And we don't know what to tell you if you're not a horse.
Do these people, by the way, realize how, like,
That used to be the joke. Was like, it takes a horse tranquilizer to get Keith Richards happens.
right?
Like that means don't do it.
Don't do it. And it's also like, I know that we are, as a society, we are a lot more open culturally with each other about taking drugs. We've
Yes.
we are all culturally a lot more aware now that there's not really much difference between heroin and OxyContin, for example. Just because something can be prescribed to you doesn't mean, just because a doctor prescribes it doesn't mean it's not a hard drug. I think
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
thing. And as
Well-
a result, people are thinking differently about drugs. But I do want to point out that this is for horses.
And horses are big.
It's like, it's honestly, I don't think anyone listening to this podcast is taking ivermectin for COVID. But if you are listening, I want to say to you, there's something that you're not really thinking about. You're doing a thing that's not for the thing. There's no difference between taking ivermectin for COVID than for eating toilet paper to make yourself happy. It's no different. Just like, oh man, I've had depression for 30 years.
Yeah.
And Prozac, I don't believe it. But you know what I am going to do is I'm going to shove a metal spike into my leg. That's what I'm going to do.
Well, you don't know the amounts. If they just gave you grain alcohol, it'd kill you. You know what I mean? You just
Sure.
go, this is for a horse. You don't know how to, like, let's say
It's
there
also
is a
paste.
world where this shit did work. It should be in you have washed hands in a hospital by a doctor. The doctor has a little tiny dripper, and he's like, ooh, that's the right amount. But you're just going to buy some at the store and then go take it? What are you, insane?
And then it's a paste. What paste have you ever taken that was good for you? There's toothpaste. And that's the one.
You're not supposed to swallow that.
It's the exception to the rule. And that's the only paste you're aware of. Do you brush your teeth with this fucking horse paste? Or do you just squeeze a tube of paste into your mouth? And then
oh yeah.
dude,
Ugh.
did you see that there's like a new fake professional organization that is like the reason people are taking this? There's like quote scientific support for the idea of taking ivermectin to prevent
Oh,
COVID.
Lord.
They're called the FLCCC.
That's too many C's.
Yeah, it stands for fucking loser, cunts. Yeah, dude.
See, that's why if you were
freeloading-
if you were president, you would tweet like the liberal Trump. You would tweet shit like that. Yeah, that stands for fucking losers, cunts, cunts, cunts. 10,000 retweets.
Wow, vote for me. Everyone who's not me is a fucking moron. Man. Yeah, vote for me. And I promise you, by January, we're not going to know what this country is called. What is this, Russia?
Yeah.
And the reason you'll be asking that question is you don't know the name of the country. Not because you're trying to compare it to some communist thing that doesn't even exist anymore, which was a weird comparison in the first place. Because in Russia, the problem wasn't really, the fact that they didn't have products. It was that you had to wait in line for bread because
Right.
the government lied to everybody. You know what I mean? Comedy.
Yeah. And bread, and also it's like bread. I don't know. I'd wait in the line for I would stand in a different
Sex.
line. Yeah, the sex
dude.
line.
The sex line.
They don't talk about that in Russia.
Yeah, man. Duh, man. The Depression was so tough. Everybody had to wait in line for sex. Even the kids. How long do you think it's going to take for us to get kicked out of this fucking office, dude?
Not that long, because I'm like realizing that
We share walls with people who
we
are
do
like
share a wall.
are fucking. Yeah.
They're like, did they say cunts?
How many
Cunts,
times
cunts,
do you say cunts? I'm in here doing inventory on my drywall I sell, or or whatever they do. We showed up here at 1,
Right.
and we played. I gave Caleb a full tour of this tiny box. I showed him every little thing, and
I love it.
because I was in here setting up yesterday without him. That's just how men are.
That's how men are.
And then we played Tony Hawk, and then we had a work discussion about when today
Yeah,
we're gonna have a beer, and then we were like, I think it's lunchtime, and we went to Chipotle, and then we came back here and we were getting ready to shoot, but the problem was that I had eaten Chipotle, and
Yes.
so I shit for several
in the
minutes.
company bathroom.
First terrible shit in the company bathroom.
And it's so funny. I can't wait to attach our bathroom keys to like an entire chair to where everyone knows. Like, that's Dave's walking down the hallway to shit chair.
Yeah, dude. We're going to buy, for the men's bathroom, a 4-foot tall metal G for guys.
No,
And then everyone's going to be like, but girls also starts with G. And we're going to be like, we don't invite girls here.
You mean chicks?
It's a C for chicks and a G for guys. That would be so crazy. Caleb and I would never do that. Which one is mine? C for chicks, G for guys. C for chicks and C for cock havers.
See, that's why we shouldn't be in charge of any movements, because we'd be like, we want rights. We're like, what do we call birthing persons? Birthing persons and cock havers.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be what we would.
Well, girls are smarties and boys are dummies. That's what we should do. S for girls,
Yeah, smart.
and D for boys, dumb.
Well, I remember.
Sorry for interrupting, but I do just want to say, for the record, how insane it is. Chicks, I just need to politely ask everybody to just move on from saying chicks. Look, if you're being ironic on your beautiful, beautiful podcast with your friend Caleb,
Right.
it's a little different. And, it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to hate you, but I don't know. I feel like it's really, it
Chicks.
never really felt right. Right?
And it's what. Remember we talked about the horse thing when people were like, she's got an ass like a horse. And it's like, I think she has an ass like a hot lady.
Now
but
maybe
then
I'm starting to understand.
She
it.
reminds me of a baby chicken.
Right.
It's like, what is it about sex you like? Because no part of a woman reminds me of a baby chicken.
maybe that's maybe people are taking ivermectin because their whole understanding of human beings is horse related.
Right.
Horse and chickens.
Yeah.
dude. They're just like sitting at home eating chicken feed, shoving horse paste in their mouth, being like, I don't know why I have COVID.
It would be funny if the CDC was like, I can't believe we got to say this, but we did a study on ivermectin. It will kill you unless you put it in your ass. And I'm sorry we had to say that at CDC.com. But it's got to be in the ass.
Here at the CDC, which again stands for cock, dick, cock.
Oh, dude, did you see the school board meeting that the kids Bart
dude.
Simpsoned up?
So funny,
man.
dude. So
Phil,
funny.
Phil McCock.
Phil McCracken. He's talking about it. This video went viral yesterday of a school board somewhere in the middle of nowhere where someone put a bunch of fake names on like the
So
speaker
funny.
list, and the head of the school board. It's an empty room, and he's sitting in his fucking, whatever podium, whatever you call them, and the other school board members are around him, and he reads the list, and no one walks up. Oh my god, it's so Phil McCracken.
Phil McCracken.
Phil there were some in there I had never heard before. He said Eileen Dover. I
Eileen
never
Dover
heard
is
that
funny.
one.
So many of them were just so good.
I was hoping by the end that there would be some in there that weren't even hidden. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he said Phil McCracken, Eileen Dover. He said just like Mike Hunt.
Yeah.
But what if the last one was just like Mr. Farts? Bagface. Bagface.
It's just, I don't know why, but I think it really went viral because so many people, it's just like pure glee.
Yeah.
Like the most serious, dull, sterile environment.
Dude.
And unwittingly saying Phil McCracken.
Totally.
God, I just love it. It made me laugh so much. I watched it like 10 times today.
It's nice, dude, because the reason that they call it the school board is because when it gets together, everyone in the school is bored.
B-O-R-E-D.
School B-O-R-E-D.
Chairman of the
Chairman of the boredom.
Yeah, I don't like school. Don't like it. Teachers are heroes, but I hate what they do.
Are you? Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They're heroes, but
It is
I'm never
good.
happy to see a hero. Like a fireman, you're like, shit!
I know, dude. And it is funny, like in COVID, the heroes as a demographic expanded to start including people at the grocery store, which is
Right.
another group that I
Heroes.
am glad for, that I hate seeing.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
hate
mean?
seeing them. I hate seeing doctors,
Doctors,
them.
firemen,
teachers.
teachers, and people at the grocery store.
Yeah. You know who's a real hero who I'm actually happy to see? Is the garbage man. When I see that motherfucker,
Yeah,
I go,
dude.
hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
You got a cool truck, and I'm
Mhm.
happy to see you.
Yeah. Because you get the garbage out of my ass.
Yes, and it's, boy, I got some, it's a badass.
Yeah.
Worse every year. It looked bad when I was 8 in the mirror. I'll never forget. Looked at my ass and I went, no.
Are you being serious? You don't like your ass?
Oh, my ass looks worse every year. It's like Dorian Gray. Like I feel like I have good body image except my ass.
Really? Is it flat
Oh,
or
it's
something?
it's flat and cavernous. It's horrible.
What do you mean cavernous?
It's too many colors. The whole thing.
Oh, we're kidding. This is all a joke.
No, my ass is horrible.
What do you mean too many colors?
Oh, you never look at your ass in the mirror for a while?
Oh yeah, but here's the thing. I do have sort of bad body image, and especially lately, I've like gained some weight, and that's not the end of the world. But particularly for me, I've said this before. When I gain a little weight, I just don't feel like I look as good. Some people wear it well. I don't feel like I do. But
all in
I
your cock.
always think I have a good butt, and I just do. I'm pretty sure I got a good butt.
Whoa.
I don't think so. When you say a bunch of colors, different shades of your own skin color, you're saying across your butt.
Yeah, it's lumpy and odd and
Really?
and like it's not symmetrical. It's not a great ass.
Oh, really? Does your tailbone like curve to one side, and you can tell you have one of those? Like
yeah,
it pokes
yeah.
out a little.
Nothing on me is really symmetrical.
Ah.
But yeah, not a big fan of my ass. But
Huh?
I don't know. Maybe I'd be super. Maybe I wouldn't even be a comedian if I had like a big, nice, juicy ass. I wouldn't. Maybe I
That's
wouldn't
why
have even
I
gone
got
to
like a
open
fat.
mics.
I got like a fat ass, dude. I do. I have like a girl ass and like a good one. I've had a better ass than almost all women I've dated.
Oh man.
Not including my current girlfriend. Great butt, which I probably shouldn't say.
I
but
do love this as an opener, though. When
I
you
got
go
a
on
better
stage.
butt than most
I got
women.
a better ass than any of you whores.
Yeah, and that's how I'd say it, too.
Hey, listen up.
Listen, whores. Show me your butt. So, because we're going to find out if it's better than mine. I'm not trying to date you. I'm taking.
You know how Andy Kaufman only wrestled women?
Right.
You challenge every woman to
Listen,
have a better.
whores.
All right,
vote
women.
for me.
Hey, hey, chicks. Guess who's got the best ass? Dave Ross. My ass will beat your ass. You know how comedians are so cocky now on Twitter where they're just like,
dude.
I'm hot
I know.
and you're shit.
It's crazy.
And I'm hilarious and fuck you. That's like how comedians tweet now.
It's so frustrating. So many jokes that comedians write on Twitter are just like, I fucked this girl or I fucked this guy and they are a piece of shit. You know what I mean? I just hear I hear all these stories just like I had sex with this person and their idiosyncrasies came out after we'd hung out a little bit longer than just the sex. Can you believe it? Could you believe that someone who would deign to fuck a god such
Yeah.
as me could have any sort of quirks in their life? For example, owning several copies of the same book or needing
Right.
to eat peanut butter before bed. Man.
And don't you realize you're on that list? You're their kink. You fit in.
That any
You
type
went into
of-
their room.
oh man, now I'm about to go on a rant, and I'm going to reel it in because I don't want to make it serious.
yeah.
This is a silly ass, dumb.
It is silly.
We got a new Office episode, but I do want to say, as a PSA to my fellow comedians, who I do love y'all dearly, and I probably have done this too. Can we stop thinking we're dope? We suck, man.
And we're not cool. We're not rappers. We're not rock stars. Like, can you imagine Steve Martin tweeting like, I have a great ass and I'll fuck your mom and I'll fuck your dad and I got a big old cock and there's no. It's just like him being like, might delete like, Steve. What the fuck is this?
Right, totally. Totally. If it was like, if Steve Martin acted like Riff Raff on stage.
Yeah. Or if Maria Bamford. If
Oh,
Maria
man.
Bamford.
Nobody.
Nobody fucks better than me.
If Maria Bamford just like, what? I don't even want to make the jokes because I can't even. I don't even want to imagine it. She's perfect. She's
She's
the
funniest-
greatest comedian
best
who
comedian
ever
in the
lived.
world.
Ever lived. Oh man, and the amount of story. I feel like it's also just the culture of Twitter now, where people are like,
Yeah.
I think it's like it makes sense to me. We've gotten to a place right where we're like, at least inside of like artists, comedians, musicians, leftists, people who like consume culture and share it and talk about it online, right? We're all trying to be really accepting, and that's good. But I think the human brain just really like craves hate.
Yeah.
And which you have to work on consistently. You have to like meditate and like express positivity and seek love and try to treat yourself and others well, so that terrible negativity innate in all brains doesn't take over. Yeah, and I am being a little bit of like ridiculous now, but I sort of mean this. Like, I think that inside all these people are being accepting, and so many people that are very accepting will then post what I just said, which is like,
Right.
I went out with someone for 3 days, and it turned out they had a teacup chihuahua. What a piece of shit. And then all the comments on Twitter are just like, wow, I can't believe that person exists. What a I
Yeah.
relate to you. Because I once had sex with someone who wore Dragon Ball Z boxers.
Right, and then I go,
who
people are like, "Oh, dating's so hard," and I go, "Yeah, part of it is if you don't have a whirlwind romance that lasts forever, they drag you online for just being a normal person that it just didn't happen to work out.
Yeah.
You're just gonna like empty.
It's
I
also
let you
just
into
like,
my home.
We are all very sensitive about all of our quirks and idiosyncrasies, and opening up to someone, even to date them for a week or two, is
Yeah.
letting them know so
Right.
many details about your life that nobody else knows. We're all so scared you're going to go write about it on Twitter. Don't do it.
I know it's not nice. It's not nice.
I mean, I'm going to think about it, and I'll come back the next few episodes with some idiosyncrasies and quirks to tell you about me. I eat a lot of Campbell's Chunky. You know what I mean?
Really?
And that's a fact I don't want any of my exes sharing with the fucking internet. at all.
Yeah.
You know? I got a lot of cords. I don't get rid of cords, really. Mugs, oh man, I got every mug. I'm sure there's so many quirky things that I'm not thinking of.
Right, because they seem normal, and
And then you say them out loud.
you have good people in your life who don't make you feel bad for the things
Right.
that bring you joy.
My
Yeah.
girlfriend names all her plants. They all have human names.
Oh, that's nice.
It's really sweet and it's adorable and wonderful, and she like speaks about them.
Yeah.
But it's weird. It's weird, and I could be a shithead and judge it if I wanted, but I'm not going to.
Right. I think it's so nice to be my girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like I would not.
Thank you.
I just can't imagine getting on Twitter and be like, guess what this bitch did today?
Yeah, totally.
It's like, well, 99% of what she did was so nice. She dates me every day.
It's also like two things that really suck to do are be a comedian and have a Twitter.
Oh.
So fuck you.
Oh, it is the two worst things.
Truly having a Twitter is so stupid.
The
and
two worst
useless.
ideas. We got to rename Twitter. I can't believe that name made it through.
How the fuck?
Twitter, and it's like a bird. The fuck? And it has outlasted MySpace. It's been around longer than Facebook. It's been like
Right.
Twitter, and it's a bad idea, and we're on it every day.
Yeah,
The worst
Twitter should be
idea.
called like evil trash can violence for your phone.
And other people got mad. Oh, they haven't banned ISIS. ISIS isn't the worst thing on there.
Wow. It's also
Depression
just
kills
like-
way more people than ISIS. Regular Twitter depression.
It's also so stupid because banning ISIS doesn't solve the problem.
Right.
Banning Trump did solve a major problem.
Huge. All they did to ISIS was like, which one of these squares has a stop sign in it, ISIS? They let Trump almost overthrew our government.
So funny, dude.
ISIS. ISIS. You got to have a profile picture.
Oh my god, dude. How cool would it have been if Trump had to answer a CAPTCHA every time he went to tweet?
Oh, it's so fun.
I mean, half the time he'd get it. He knows what buildings are.
CAPTCHA. We hate the CAPTCHA, don't we?
We hate
Which
the
one of
CAPTCHA.
these is a crosswalk? I don't know.
I haven't
I
been
don't
on
know. I'm not a
crosswalk.
pedestrian. I don't like to walk. I'll say it. I don't. I like to get in a plane.
We like to.
Oh, the CAPTCHA. I'm not a robot. I'm not a robot.
Oh my god. You know what, Caleb?
What?
Welcome to what's it called? What
Welcome.
a cold open.
Best cold open. That's that
Long
office energy.
ass.
That's that office energy, baby.
Dude, I can't even fucking tell you. I
Best
tried
feeling
to
ever.
express it at the beginning, and I didn't even approach how good I feel. I guess it probably just feels good to have your own space, but also like
It's
to have your
amazing.
own professional space. It just feels, and you said it earlier
For the
before
least
we were
professional
recording,
thing, yeah.
right? For a thing that we have a lot of faith in is really what it
Yeah.
is. We didn't like get on a network. Nobody is paying us to do it. We're like, no, we both deserve and need this for this thing, so we can put our backs into it.
And please
that's
join the
what's cool.
Patreon. This office is, I don't want to talk numbers, but it's $20,000 a month for this office.
Yes.
And Dave, but we are, that's a piece. So it's 40 total.
Yeah, and I got a lease on a new Lexus also. So
Yeah.
this is a tough month.
I'm telling we're adding a new tier to the Patreon. It's $5,000 a month. And for that,
yeah. We'll move in with you, whoever you are.
because we're going to need to do that whether you join or not. This office costs a lot.
Yeah.
So please hit that Patreon, and we love you.
Oh.
But I really love it. It's so fun to have like an extension. Like, this is our place. It's so
Dude,
cool.
It's so cool, and yeah, I don't know. It just really is like recording in here feels different. It feels like we get to do. I don't know. It's just our fucking place.
If you listen to last week's episode, several animals were up in our shit.
oh, dude,
Hawks, squirrels.
you got to post that squirrel. Can you send me that
Yeah,
squirrels
I will.
video?
I will.
Well, it's already posted by now, but man, these two squirrels were wrestling.
Oh,
I'm gonna cry.
and it was so cute.
It was unbelievable.
They were
It was
just having a
unbelievable.
good time. They
They
were
were
just having a
just-
good time wrestling.
They were legitimately just having a good time.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Made
and
me
they were
very happy.
they would like tumble around, and then they would do that thing where they stop and they put their feet on the ground and they look at each other, and then they like sort of like bob and weave a little, and then they get back to tumbling. Oh come on, dude.
Oh, it was great. Just pure joy. But there's no
It was
joy
like watching two kids fuck.
Yeah, I mean, it really reminded me of that time we watched that. Well, we have our own coffee here. That makes me so happy.
Yeah, dude.
It's funny. Earlier we were like, we could have Brian Regan as a guest, and he's like, I listened to one of your episodes.
No, pedophilia is bad.
That's not a funny joke.
I think breaking the law is a bad thing. You shouldn't abuse children. It's just like Brian Regan giving a speech to, I don't know, comedians about being good. You shouldn't hit your kids.
Shouldn't hit him.
Bad.
Don't hit him with
Bad. Don't hit them with your hand or with a belt or anything else.
It is weird how like millions and millions and millions of parents agreed on belt.
Dude.
You know what? Before the internet.
What the
Isn't that
fuck?
wild?
Unreal.
Crazy to me.
And then nuns hit you with a fucking stick?
Right. It's just
What the
whatever's
fuck?
nearby. It's so strange.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, why do you need to do that? What? How upsetting
Well, they
is
wouldn't
your
clean their
life?
room.
I know.
They wouldn't clean their
well,
room,
my
Dave.
kid won't shut up. The person that doesn't know how to do anything, so I hit them. Well, you're a fucking loser. And you're a cunt.
I know, and it's all, cunts. What is it? Fucking losers.
Fucking
cunts,
losers.
cunts.
Cunts.
There's a new hashtag we can throw out there. That'll be our secret handshake across the internet.
It sounds like something they yell at soccer games.
Fucking oh yeah.
Cunts.
I love
You
those
watch Ted
chants.
Lasso?
No, never
I
seen
just
it.
started.
Everyone says
Well,
it's good.
It is. It's like the new West Wing. Had you ever watch The West Wing?
Yeah.
The West Wing is like, it's like a really well shot, well acted, really beautiful, interesting show, but it's also like really uplifting in a very specific way.
Right.
Like it would normally, like some people don't like it because it's so saccharine, like it's so over the
Yeah,
top.
it's like liberal porn, fantasy, utopia.
In every episode, there's like a positive message at the end, but they do it really well, so it feels like a really actual, real, fake, beautiful life message in this liberal political show. Ted Lasso's like that. It's just like super over the top positive, but it's so well done and so like perfectly saccharine made that it just feels real and sweet. Oh my god.
Damn.
It's also so funny. Like
Really?
for some reason people are saying they don't like season 2 as much as 1, and I think that's insane cuz season 1 is like, man, they land the characters perfectly, and that like positivity thing is beautiful. And there's good jokes, but season 2 is so funny, dude. It's fucking hilarious. And it's like 30 Rock season 2, how season 1 of 30 Rock was great, but then in season 2 you're like, oh, there isn't even stories. It's just jokes. It's just like 400 one-liners an episode.
Oh, like
And-
Veep. I
yes,
love
like Veep.
that writing
Totally.
style is like mind-blowing to me.
There is specifically a character named Roy Kent who is like cool in season 1, but in season 2 is just like fucking.
Hell yeah. Well, I got to watch it.
yeah,
Everybody tells me every day, because people used to tell me, you sound like Jason Sudeikis. I would get tagged in it or tweeted or commented. People go, doesn't he kind of sound like Jason Sudeikis? And it'd have 300 likes. I'd be like, geez, I didn't think I sounded like him. But it's really ramped up after Ted Lasso, because now it's like the talked about show right now.
Well, he's also like a relentlessly optimistic, hyper positive guy, and you're not the level that he is in the show, but you're a relentlessly optimistic, positive guy.
I
So-
like life.
which is it's great. No, you'll love it, dude.
Well,
Anyway,
life isn't good,
right,
but it's better than anything else.
cunts. Welcome to What's It Called? Our website's
love
What's
you.
It Called .radio, like we said earlier. Rodeo,
Rodeo.
sorry. And we do love you. Thank
We
you,
love you
Caleb.
so much.
My name is Dave Ross. And
I'm
this-
Caleb
This
Sinan.
is Caleb Sinan. We're your hosts of this show that's called What's It Called, because we don't know what the fuck our show is called.
No.
And, we've been talking about it a lot. We like our thing we got going where we name stuff or we don't know names. Names are interesting, and coming up with names is dope. But also, we just want to fucking I don't know. This show's gonna get crazy now, I think.
Well, now we got an office.
We talk about it a lot, how like we just want to fuck around and do a lot of
Yeah.
comedy. I'm glad you're here. This is one of the things in my life I'm so excited about. So keep coming back. Tell your friends. Rate, review us on iTunes and Stitcher, all that shit, please. If you want more of us, patreon.com/whatsitcalled. Bonus episodes, video and audio every week, and more and more and more to come. We got an office, so I'm sure you could tell.
Yeah, we're so
pumped,
excited.
dude.
We have a break room. Okay, we have a conference room.
We have a conference room.
We have a fridge. We have coffee. We have mugs.
Yeah, dude.
We haven't shown them the mugs, have we?
That's another yes. Yes. Well, wow. There's like 5 things I want to say all
I
at
know.
once right now.
Hell yeah.
So the feeling of having a mini fridge in your office with beer in it, and then I also got an electric kettle, and then we have like a Chemex. We can make coffee. I think that's really the biggest thing. That's what makes we don't have to leave this room to have coffee. That feels crazy.
It's amazing.
It's unbelievable.
I know.
Um,
And we don't have to leave this room to play Tony Hawk.
We were, dude. I mean,
right
literally,
there.
when we're done recording, we are going to make coffee and play Tony Hawk. That's what we're gonna fucking do. I also brought my. Whoa, I burped,
Hell yeah.
man.
First office burp.
Whoa, what's a burp? You know, what should we call burps? Cunts. Oh,
I don't know.
sorry,
They
I
nailed
cunted.
burp.
Burp is
Oh my God. Burp and fart.
poetic as fuck.
Whenever people nail a word, it kind of becomes a curse word.
Mm.
Those are the best words.
Wow, that's true.
Yeah, it's really good. What is I love them in other languages like a punta. What is that?
Punta.
Punta. I think it's Spanish for some curse. It's a curse word in Spanish. People
Oh
are like,
yeah, it's a curse
punta.
word in Spanish.
Yeah, I love it. Whatever it is, that's good.
It's like a
Punta.
It means like a piece of shit and also
Love
fuck
it.
you.
Love it. So good.
Wow, this is the whitest Caleb and I have ever been, and that's saying a lot.
And we're a couple
We
of
are
white
noticeably white as hell. But to be like, what do they say? Punta?
dudes. Punta.
It's a pretty
Well,
white.
I'm not gonna. You know when people try to switch to the accent, but they can't do it good. It's more
man.
offensive than if you just.
My mom is that. We go
Yeah.
to Chipotle, and she's like, "Yes, hello, I'll have a burrito," and I'm
Oh,
like, "No, Mom, no."
That's so.
It's
it just
terrible.
feels horrible.
So we do have something we want to show you. Oh, I'm so excited. But before that, so our office is part of a thing called an executive suite. So like, there's a like reception area that isn't specifically our reception area, but you have to go through it to get to our like hallway and collection of offices, and all of these tiny offices share that reception area. So all of these offices share a break room, and then we share a conference room. We just have to sign up for it. So I was thinking, dude, maybe something we do, like a Patreon reward, or just like a thing you can like sign up for and win, or maybe we just do it once. I think that we should get the conference room someday and just have a conference
Yes.
of what's it called, or
Hell yeah.
like, or a meeting, just a board meeting, and we can just act like everyone. We have a very important
Yeah,
board
we have
meeting,
a board meeting.
and we tell the office manager like, okay, so we do have that room reserved because it's a
Yeah,
really important
it's a big
meeting.
one.
We have like important people coming, and it's y'all, and y'all come,
Oh yeah.
and we just get
We'll have
like-
clipboards.
everybody gets a clipboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you write down what you think the clipboard is called, and then you hand it in, and then you leave.
And it's
And
gonna
that's
be
the
we're gonna be
meeting.
all be posed like, you know that picture of Obama and Hillary watching them shoot Bin Laden. It's like a picture of them all in that conference room like this.
Yeah, totally.
That's always been my dream.
And then we watch the footage of 9/11.
We have an important conference.
Yeah, we have a 9/11 conference. Every year on 9/11, I get a conference
Right.
room, and me and several people I've never met watch the video again.
Charlie bit my finger, and then Building 7. Then we go back to Charlie bit my finger.
Anyway, we got mugs, dude.
Yes, we do. Should we get him?
Yeah, grab them, would you? Obviously, you can only see them on the video, but we have mugs. Hell yeah,
Well, you
dude.
can hear him if you're if you're out on the farm.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you can hear us clink them.
It's
That's
the
right.
question marks logo, the 3
Yeah.
question marks. And I had socks made as well.
Yeah,
so there's like
baby.
a higher merch tier of our Patreon now, and if you sign up,
So excited.
you get the mug first, and then after a few months, you get socks, and maybe there will be more stuff. And look, no pressure, money's tight, I get it, whatever. But we're excited about the mugs.
Very excited.
Oh man,
Nothing cooler.
dude.
And this is going to be, there aren't even going to be many people alive with these. So it's going to be the coolest, most exclusive thing. There's going to be like 50 on Earth.
Speaking of the Patreon,
So dope.
I don't want to say house cleaning because it's fun.
Right.
But last house cleaning.
Oh, yeah, we got to shout people out.
It's been a few weeks.
That's
since we
right,
shouted
baby.
out our
We
new
love you.
patrons.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah. If you sign up for our Patreon at whatever level, we shout you out on this show. So here we fucking go. Y'all
That's
ready?
right.
Let's do this shit. Robbie, Robi.
Robbie.
Welcome to the
Ooh.
Patreon. Thank you so much for
I've
joining.
never heard of Robbie with an I. I like that.
Franz. Welcome, Franz.
Franz.
Dude, what a name. Hell
Franz
yeah.
or Franz.
Shout out, or could be Franz.
Could
Shout
be
out
Franz.
to you, Franz or Franz.
Let us know.
Here's a good one. Nugs for Christ.
Nugs for Christ?
Nugs number 4 Christ. Shout out to
Interesting.
Nugs for Christ.
Nugs for
Thank
Christ.
you so much for joining.
I don't know if you're actually like, it's one of those things where I can't tell if you're being ironic or if you just love Jesus and weed, but either way, cool.
I feel like that's a thing that in 2021 could very easily exist.
Right, yeah.
Sell weed.
It's like
a weed
we
church.
donate some of our
Right.
some of the profits from our weed.
Yeah. Shout out to Quinn Zoschke. I think it's Zoschke, Zoschke.
Quinn Zoschke.
Quinn Zoschke. Thank you
Oh,
so much for
nice.
joining the Patreon.
Wow, great names.
Shout out to Jeffrey Kunkel. Jeffrey, I've
Jeffrey
known
Kunkel.
a really long time.
Wow, that's a good
Jeffrey
name.
is a comedian and a podcaster based in central Pennsylvania. And I've talked about him before. He and his friends started an open mic in a little town called Sunbury, PA. And on my first tour, they had been talking to me and told me about they had been messaging me because they were fans of my podcast, Terrified, and Sex Nerd Sandro when I was on it. And they messaged me to tell me about their open mic. And I wrote them back and I was like, what do you guys think about doing a booked show? And so I did the first book show they put together.
Oh,
And it was
dope.
amazing, dude. It was like
That's
a
awesome.
shitload of people came to the basement of this Eagles Lodge, and I've loved them ever since. I always try to work with them. They're great.
Awesome.
Shout out to Jeffrey Kunkel.
Hell yeah, Kunkel.
Shout out to Morgan Knowles. Or I don't know if it's Morgan. I remember
Morgan.
that you were a patron of my solo Patreon too. It's Morganne. So I don't know if it's Morgan or Morgan.
Morgan or Morgan. A
But
lot of double pronunciations this
No.
week.
Morgan Knowles. Shout out to you.
Knowles.
Shout out to Calculations, and that is Winslow Dumaine, the
Whoa.
comedian in Chicago. He has a great name, Winslow Dumaine.
And then Calculations is a great name too.
I know.
But Winslow Dumaine.
And the last one, shout out to Otto Aiken, another great fucking
Otto
name.
Aiken. Wow, we got a lot of people joining. We're
Yeah.
building this office can't even contain the love we have. This makes me so happy.
We love you so
Um,
much.
Hey,
Thank you for
Every time you join
joining.
the Patreon, that's another beer that goes in that fridge. And so you can know that it's a good cause.
Every time you join the Patreon, an angel gets drunk. Dude, let's fucking okay, so real quick, I'm fine if we don't come up with a name for this office today, but we should talk about it a little. Then we got to rename the show The Office.
That's true.
We got a big day, man.
It's a big day.
It's a big day.
I mean, this office could be called. I want to give it a cool name.
Office their heads. How about that?
I think we should call it the Green Knight.
Dude,
Why don't we call it?
did you see that movie?
Yeah, I saw it.
Did we talk about this? I fucking
yeah, you didn't like
hated
it.
that movie.
I thought it was pretty good. It was a little,
It was so pretentious, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
look, what's his name from Slumdog Millionaire? He's incredible.
Dev is great.
Yeah, Dev Patel. He's so good in everything. All of the acting was great. It was shot fucking beautifully, and I love fantasy. And some of the scenes, some of the segments of it, particularly the one with the girl from Falcon and Winter Soldier, who's the ghost where he has to get her head.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I loved that segment. But just in general, it was it felt like the director wanted me to love his art. I made art. Can you believe that I made art? And it's just like, dude, art doesn't have to be thrown in my fucking face.
Right.
It's like it defied me to understand it. And I don't want that, man. I love things that are abstract, that take chances. I love things that are confusing and weird and like fuck with my perception of what art is. I love breaking the fourth wall, but it was just so obviously like heavy-handedly made, and I just and then the thing that makes me more annoyed is that it was made by A24 and it had an 87% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I was just like, this is how I feel about it. It feels to me like all of the critics agreed that everybody who doesn't understand it is stupid. That's how it feels. And it's just like you turned the camera upside down while he was walking through a meadow for no reason. You fucking loser. You also, the CGI is shitty. Was that on purpose?
I don't know. I
don't know. When Hollywood acts like it's better than people, it grinds my gears, dude.
Yeah, it's like I remember
me.
when that Chappelle special had a 0% with critics and 100 with audience.
Right.
It's like the opposite of that. It's like
Yes.
audiences hate it,
Right.
and the critics like it, and it's those are always interesting. I mean, it's a worthwhile thing to see. It's fun to discuss, and it's like
Yeah.
a new Kanye album. Like everyone has an opinion on the Green Knight, and it's fun to like debate about. But it's like
I'm sure many of you will very much disagree
Yeah.
with me. I mean, I'm honestly certain of it because there's 87% on Rotten Tomatoes, which means that a lot of people
Yeah.
had to like it.
I don't
But
like
I
the
haven't
ending.
talked to a comic yet who likes it. All
well,
the
we don't
comedians
like
I know.
anything. Comedians hate everything in the
Oh
world.
man, I loved the Suicide Squad. You see Suicide
I
Squad?
haven't seen it.
Oh my god! And you would think it would be the reverse because I'm like an art nerd, fucking hate macho shit. Really
Yeah.
want everyone to just like share all our feelings and money and hug all the time is like how I feel. You would think that a movie that's just like a bunch of people getting shot all the time and it's just a completely fucking popcorn bubblegum Hollywood movie made by James Gunn, I would be like, it's bullshit. And then this like art film starring Dev Patel, which takes like 3 full minutes to show a tree, would be the fucking movie that I love. But it's quite the opposite, man. Turns out any movie where you kill Pete Davidson right away,
Oh, I didn't know
love
that.
movie.
That sounds great. Get that huge cock out of my face, Pete.
Yeah, totally. Does he have a big cock? Is that the story?
That's what everybody says.
Yeah, sure.
And
I
if
believe
enough
it.
people say it,
I mean, he's a huge person. It makes sense.
yeah, and he's got
Yeah.
that skinny guy grin where you're like, something's making you happy.
Totally.
You got a
And he-
secret.
He has that tattoo on his arm that says, I have a huge cock. He's got that shit-eating grin and the confidence of a guy with a big old dick. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think it gets soft.
I'm also, I'm like a generation past. I don't even have a reference point for him. Like, I was done watching SNL by the time he was on, and I haven't seen, what's that movie called? The King of Firemen or whatever? You know what I mean?
King of Staten Island.
Yeah, no, I knew
The
that.
King of
I
Firemen.
was just being a comedian. I'm real funny. Pretty funny guy. You know what I mean?
What if we name our office Flappers?
Oh my god, that's great. We'll name it Flappers Comedy Club and Restaurant. Koreatown Flappers, dude.
Oh man,
Dude, we'll send out booking emails and
it's interesting because we have an office. Can't we name it something and it'll get on Google Maps?
holy shit.
That'd be fun.
Yes. How do you get a business on Google Maps?
Please let us know because we got to
do
put
that.
the name on there.
We should get a name of our business that isn't, what's it called? Oh, I wonder how often you can change the name of your business on Google Maps.
Oh my
We
God.
should do it all the time.
Oh hell
Every
yeah.
time we come up with a new name, we'll change it.
You know what else we should do? Should we? Well, I don't know. Should we tell people the address? I was like, we can get the fans to, and then I'm like, what if
Yeah.
somebody could kill us?
How about we call it Machine Gun City? Come on down to Machine
Come
Gun
on
City.
down.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so
we
funny.
sell machine guns to people without a license.
I bet we're already, when we're done recording, we're going to have emails from Google that are like, a notice about our policies on maps.
I'm pretty sure that when we're done recording, we're going to have at least one Post-it on our door kicking us out of the building.
Yeah, it's like, please say cunts less than 30 times.
We didn't realize when you signed the lease that it was going to be two white men screaming in there, which we here at this building of people that sell concrete and other boring things really would like to hate our jobs in peace.
Oh, boy. Oh, I
Man.
love it. Well, they're just listening to podcasts while they're working. This one's free. We're
Do you
just
think
doing it through
someone
the walls.
sells concrete and only concrete?
That's all jobs are. You have to make something or deliver
Right.
something or sell something. That's it.
I know I met a guy recently who his job was that he like ran a propane distribution company, which,
Wow.
and I was like, "Do you like it?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's fine." And I feel like that's like the way most people feel, right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe not the way most people feel. Maybe most people hate their jobs. I hope that's not the case.
I've hated
'cause
all
I don't
mine.
want you to. But it was interesting because it's like a thing I hadn't thought of that you do, and it takes up his entire day.
Yeah.
And he's like down to do it. And I just think that's really interesting that there's a whole thing I had never even thought of, because I know that propane has to be bought and sold and created, but I hadn't really thought about that it has to get to from where it's made to
Yeah.
where it's bought. And that's a whole thing that can be someone's life that can make them happy. That's crazy.
And it's crazy that you're like, there's something is made. You don't make it or sell it.
Right.
You just move it.
Right.
Like, that's so interesting. to
He
me.
doesn't even move it. He just organizes all the moving of it.
He tells someone to move it?
Yeah, he like
Wow.
runs a business that distributes propane.
That's so funny. So we should hire people to take our podcast
Right.
and tell their friends about it.
Like, yeah, we need our podcast to have distribution to such a degree that it's being unloaded from a truck by a man in Law and Order. Just in the back, they're just you work here every Friday. Every Friday.
Every
Every
Friday.
Friday, I unload the new podcast MP3s and I put them on the dock.
No, we need to. I love it.
Okay, no. So what's the names of this? I mean, it's a box. There's nothing on the walls. We haven't put anything on the walls because we don't want to lose our security deposit. Isn't that a fun story?
Yes. Well, what's a good place? We should name it a place.
Heaven. The Heaven Box.
What's a place we would never go but would like to? Italy.
Vietnam.
Well, we went two different directions
For
with that.
some reason, talking shit about Vietnam this
Yeah.
episode. Actually,
Let's name our office Vietnam.
dude, I would love to go to Vietnam.
That's
I've never been.
honestly, that'll make me laugh every time you text me. You're like, "Are you in Vietnam?" Be like, I'm on the way."
Oh, dude, we should do something exactly like that, but not Vietnam. What is a place? No, but in truth, what is a place we don't want to go? I do want to go to Vietnam, and I do want to go to Italy. So, Norway. Yuck, dude.
Norway.
Fuck that.
What about a place that doesn't exist anymore?
Oh.
But
What,
you s-
like the Salton Sea? Oh, man, that's like Prussia,
Prussia.
Brandenburg. Dude, Prussia.
Man, the laziest name of a country ever.
The box of Prussia.
The box of Prussia.
Prussia box. I do like calling it a box. I put it in. I saved it. I labeled it in my Google account, my Google Maps, as The Office.
The Office.
Like capital T, capital O. Makes me
The
laugh every
Office.
time.
Scranton branch.
Ooh, Scranton branch.
What if we named it a Saber? We should name. I don't know. I mean, there's some fun.
What if we name it Touchstone Pictures? What if? What if we named it Tickle Me Elmo? What if it? I don't even know what I'm doing right now. What if we named it?
What if we named it Real Time with Bill Maher?
Dude, you know what we should name it, and we should put this on Google Maps. Is we should name it Fuck Bill Maher.
Fuck Bill Maher. Oh,
And we
let's see if we can get it on
Let's
the maps.
try to get Fuck Bill Maher on Google Maps.
Fuck Bill Maher. We're gonna do RKO pictures. I would love to name it things where the Google would have to go. You got to stop telling people that's that. You're gonna get in trouble.
It would get taken down because you can't use his name. So what's another way, like a way to shit on him and to keep it up there?
Really? I'm not wrong.
Dude, what if we name our office Religiousness? And we get
I like
I think that we should try to get Religiousness on Google Maps.
I think that's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Religiousness. That'll be our first name. We'll see how long it can stay.
Dude, I could not imagine a TV show I hate more than Religiousness. Because Ridiculousness, have you seen it?
No, what is people falling and then someone sitting on a couch goes, look at him.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And like stupid Tony Hawk is basically what that guy is. Rob Dyrdek.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if Tony Hawk can't speak, really. You're like, oh, dude, maybe I heard he's a nice guy. I shouldn't be shitty to him.
Well, he looks like one of those guys where you're like, you seem like what happens right before you become a male porn star.
You're right.
You know how some of those guys look like the dumbest people on the planet?
That's true. Yes, exactly. That's exactly
I'm like,
what
I
it's
don't
like.
think he knows this is being filmed.
Right.
But yeah, he just seems like dumb.
There's
But,
Tony Hawk. He's Rob Dyrdek is like Tony Pigeon.
See, that's a Bill Maher joke.
Yeah.
More like Tony Pigeon.
But a lot of our friends write for Ridiculousness and his other shows, and he apparently is like a great guy.
Yeah,
That's what everybody
probably.
says.
Probably got a huge cock.
Yeah. I don't know because he's like 3 feet tall,
Yeah.
right?
Well, yeah,
Or am I thinking
Religiousness
wrong?
is a good name.
Or
um,
religiosity.
Religiosity, extreme.
Extreme.
What if we call it Mormon hell?
Dude, we just get hell on Google Maps.
hell.
I always wanted. I also thought it'd be funny to be able to search Google Maps for the clit.
The G spot.
But that's just a little. That's
Yeah.
I don't really want to be that.
Well, I think religiousness is a good first
yeah,
one.
okay. All right, and now
I'm
we got
trying to
one.
think of names of The Office.
Yeah, The Office.
Because what is The Office? It's you have bad boss. It's really a story of a bad boss.
But he's not even really a bad boss. He's like an incredibly
horny
awkward,
boss.
horny boss.
Horny boss is what it's a. It's a horny boss.
The Horny Boss Show.
Fuck my boss, please.
Right. It's like, yeah, what? Fuck my boss, please. That's so funny. It's like awkward Cheers. Is
Yeah,
What the show
yeah.
is.
Oh, yeah. It is awkward. Cheers.
Yeah. And yeah, that nails on a chalkboard. Like, how do you describe what Michael Scott does? It's like,
Ooh.
and more than that, what Ricky Gervais does. Because what Michael Scott does has so much like heart and redemptiveness in it, whereas Ricky Gervais's character is just like, I feel like I'm a very polite person who has a lot of like gives a lot of people leeway because I feel like I need it. But if I were to meet that character in person, I would be like, you have to get away from me.
Yeah. Oh, horrible. And Ricky
Horrible.
Gervais too. If I ever met him,
Truly.
he's the worst.
Yeah. Oh, you're an atheist? That's so interesting.
I'm an atheist. I see through what everybody else, no one else knows it but me.
Totally. It's
He acts like he's the first one too.
What if there isn't a God?
There isn't a God.
They keep telling you there's a God, but there isn't.
And I'm also like, when he's like,
I figured it out when I was 8 years old.
and I'm like, well, then maybe it's not that complicated.
Right.
Maybe it's just a thought you had.
Maybe a
I
lot of the people that
figured it
believe in
out.
God know that it's a faith-based thing, and they continue to do so anyway.
Right.
There's no evidence.
It's like,
It's like,
dude,
shut up. We all know that.
please stop. I'm trying to.
Like, and I'm saying this as a person who doesn't believe
Yeah.
in God. I have people in my life who believe in God, and I don't think they're stupid. Like, are you
No,
kidding?
it's rude. It's like going up to every house and just being like,
Do you believe in love? Forever? Monogamy?
That's so.
Yeah, really?
and it's like, I don't know if I believe it or not, but that's what we're doing in here. So leave us alone, you pretentious dick.
I don't believe in God, and I also don't believe in life after love. Oh man, we should rename Cher, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. Tall bitch.
Tall. Done. Done.
Oh man.
I like horny
Tall
boss.
bitch and Senator Boy. That's Sonny and Cher.
Tall bitch. Why is that so
I
funny?
don't know. Well, the word bitch is like
It's
the
such a
reason
funny word.
bitch was used as a pejorative for so long, I think.
Because it really rolls off the tongue.
It's punchy, yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. We've talked about this, right? How I like really, for a long time, I really heard the thing about not using gendered insults because I get it. Like, you know, like the world at large talks down to women. Why, like, use it in your language? Also, calling someone a pussy, it's like, why is pussy bad? You know, all that sorts of stuff.
It's great.
It's great, clearly. But then I'm coming back around on bitch because everyone says it all the time, including all the women in my life.
Right, yeah.
But I feel
they say
weird
it to
about
me,
it
They say it
still.
to each other. I
This
don't know.
bitch, you know,
Right.
they say that shit all the time. Also, everyone's calling men who are afraid bitches still. We claim we're adults.
Yeah.
But we're all just like poopy fart jokes, and this guy's a bitch.
Right, you'll find the most progressive lefty in the world, and they're like, Mitch McConnell's a little fucking bitch.
It's really weird.
Like, the AOC says that on the House floor.
But I'm confused, man. I'm just like, I think it's all right.
I guess
don't
it's
mean-
back. It's back, but it's a little different. You just got to say it like, you know.
Yeah.
It's like queer. Queer's back, but it's just different. It's not the way it was.
Oh, interesting. I think that's different than that. I mean, bitch, because bitch is still used as an insult.
But the women,
I guess it's not.
When women wore bonnets, only men said it to women. Now women say it to each other. They're having a good wine. They're having their
Yeah,
wine
sure.
and their book club time. They go, "Hey, bitch, get in here, bitch."
By
You
the way,
drunk, bitch?"
I'm glad you brought this up because I want bonnets to come back.
Oh, dog, I
Yeah.
love them.
Mm-hmm.
Bonnets.
You know what else I miss? Having to stop my car because there are so many sheep in the road.
It used to be easy to stop your car because when they went, it was almost like they hadn't gone.
right.
I love those old cars that are they still yeah.
Yeah, dude, I miss
They
things
designed it.
puttering, and I miss packs of sheep. And dude, you don't. When's the last time you met a shepherd? You
Yeah.
don't meet a shepherd anymore. You know, dude, this is so funny. We should do something with this, like, because you know those like conservative comedians, and I don't just mean Republican comedians. I mean comedians that are just like, can you believe we used to? What's an example of this? Like
Porn. I used to go out in the woods for porn.
women used to make men dinner all the time, but now I gotta make my own dinner or whatever
Yeah.
dumb shit they say. How great would it be to see a comedian be like, you don't see, why aren't people herding sheep anymore?
Where the shepherds?
Where do these sheep come from? Yeah, I bet Coca-Cola makes all our sheep now.
I
You're
mean,
just
it's
sitting
it's
at
gonna
home
get there.
playing with your Xbox, not even wondering where you got all that wool on your jacket.
I will say, if for establishing shots in a new scene, a shepherd and a few sheep is you're not gonna beat
Oh,
it.
it's
If it's a
perfect.
period piece, they gotta be like, there's a shepherd with a small flock.
If there's a shepherd and sheep, you know it's either a period piece or that this movie takes place in Wales. Wales is the part of the world that never forgot about sheep, dude. You know what's fun about where I grew up too in like upstate New York? This is a real thing that you don't really see in movies and TV, which I think is weird because it's so crazy when it happens. Turkeys, dude. Packs of turkey. You'll have to stop your car where I grew up because there are turkeys
Wow.
crossing the street. They're fucking huge. They're wild turkeys, and they just fucking.
If your crossing guard is trained for turkeys,
You might have gone to high school
You
in
might-
Tuxedo, New York.
man, I love this office. This is so fun.
Dude. Have we come up with a name for The Office yet?
For the
Yeah,
show,
the show.
I think Horny Boss is
Horny
funny.
boss. I mean, it really is.
That's what they, you know how what the Puss in Boots in what country is Shrek's cat?
Yeah. Horny
But Horny Boss is what they would the
In
knockoff.
Hebrew.
Yeah.
Hebrew, they call it horny,
Horny
boss.
boss.
Let's keep that one in our minds and
Mm-hmm.
brainstorm just a little longer because I just feel like it's worth because it is the greatest show.
Yeah, it's so good.
It is so. It just really is. It's so good. And it is like, but it is. I think one of the reasons it's good is that so many people have that work environment.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's a smart thing I think to remember and think about if you're somebody who makes comedy. How like you can get away with a lot if the situation and the sheer existence of the characters is relatable. Because that show's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Dwight's weird, and
Dwight
his
is weird.
relationship to Jim is fucking weird, and Michael's really fucking weird, and Stanley's weird when it comes down to it. Creed is really fucking weird.
yeah, Creed's not even a human.
Yeah, totally. And they get away with all sorts of weird shit because it's like the most basic level type of job connected to the other most basic type of job, the warehouse people downstairs. And so like, what's that? It's like a bland. It literally could be called the TV show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I like that too, though.
if you were to create a TV show from scratch in your Xbox character creator, it would start with the show called The Office, and they were like, let's just do that, but then we'll get the best writers on Earth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the TV show. I like that.
The show could be called Writing is Very Important. The
I
TV
like it.
show. Yeah.
The TV show, because that's what it is. People, I think, as many people watch The Office as anything else in a day.
Yeah.
It's like 50% of humans watch The Office, and then everyone else watches something else.
Also, how long's it been since you were on like fucking Bumble and Tinder and shit like that? Have you ever been on the
Never
apps?
been on there.
Dude, it's funny. Like, I never really. They just make me feel bad to be on, so I was never on any of them that long. But I have used Bumble, Tinder, and Hinge for different spurts here and there. And it's funny, like on Tinder, especially, I don't know what the fuck it is, but Tinder is like the one most people know. I mean, like the one that the most people are aware of. A lot of people are aware of all of them, but Tinder is like the most basic one, I think.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
as a result, like, it's just like on there, it's very mainstream. It's
Yeah.
very, like, I can't, dude, I only joined Tinder in the pandemic for a long time because I had tried Bumble and felt weird about it. I had tried Hinge and felt weird about it. And I had tried Tinder and felt weird about it, but it had been like years since I'd used it. So I was like, I'll try that one out again. Dude, I'm going to say 98% of the women I came across were nurses who love to skydive and go to Thailand. And it was just like unreal. First
Whoa.
photo, looking hot out on the town. Second photo, nurse scrubs. Third photo, skydiving. Fourth photo, Thailand. And then in their description, they're like, I love to hang out with my friends, drink margaritas, and watch The Office. And
Wow, yeah.
or it was said like this: just looking for the gym to my Pam.
Oh,
And
wow.
It's like those people are fake. And the reason you especially know they're fake is that Jim is in the Army now. And he only does Army movies about Army stuff.
Yeah, Jim's like a Navy SEAL.
Totally.
He's jacked.
He was in a movie about the
And he
fucking,
makes good horror movies for some reason. What the fuck is going on?
He's dope.
What's going
dude.
on, Jim?
Yeah, it's annoying, man. His movies keep getting better, and he keeps getting hotter, and it's just like, shut
I
up,
don't like
you fucking
it.
dick.
Somehow he looks younger, too. I'm like,
I
the
think
fuck
he
is
got
going
taller.
on?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, big old penis.
Yeah, penis got bigger. You
Not
can
a
feel that it's
fan.
bigger when it's in your mouth, you know? You know, when I'm sucking John Krasinski's dick, I'm always thinking about how big his fucking dick is.
And
you
then
know?
whenever I notice whenever Dave's blowing Jim, he always like looks up
yeah.
and like gives the camera like,
Yeah, totally. Well, Dwight won't stop being weird while I'm sucking on Jim's dick. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, I put a bunch of fucking marmalade in your stapler. Of course I did. I'm Jim.
oh man, I would quit that job immediately. Someone was mean to me at work. I will
Dude,
quit.
That's the other funny thing.
Someone
is
was
that
mean once.
Jim is just a bully.
Yeah, it's horrible.
And Dwight is like a fucking, like a jerk off, but he is one of the most knowledgeable people, like in history,
Yeah.
like the amount of things he knows about. So how about we call The Office, the horny boss, the bully, and the scholar?
I like that. That's better
Yeah.
than the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Totally.
Horny boss, the bully, and the scholar. We gotta get some of their names.
Yeah, let's see what y'all called it.
I got on my phone something.
So if it's your first time listening, you might not be aware. We, whenever we do an episode where we rename shit, which is very often. We tweet out from our Twitter accounts. I'm at Dave to the Ross. He's at Dumb Caleb. We tweet out what we're renaming that day or that week, and we ask you for names. And if you suggest names, we read some of our favorites on the show. We've been getting so many responses, we tend to not be able to read everybody. So also we don't like compile them into a list before we record. So I think we probably also miss some that would be our favorites every week by nature
Right.
of just sort of being loosey-goosey with our lives. And,
Yeah.
well, that's just how we're always going to be because we are stand-up comedians,
Yeah,
not
life's
people
crazy.
who sell concrete.
Even with The Office, we're still not people to sell concrete.
That said, though, we love getting your responses, and please, if you have ideas for jokes or names for that thing, write in. And if we don't read yours this week, we promise you we will read yours some week because we do.
We just will.
We just will
We just will. We promise.
because we read this shit all the time.
I like these already.
Yeah, dude. Kick Acetron, who writes in a lot, what's up? Thank you. Said Pretzel Day with 200 episodes that mean nothing to me. I don't remember the Pretzel Day episode.
Oh, I love Pretzel Day.
What's
It's where Stanley's like, I work at a company managed by a and he's just like there's this long thing and he goes, but Pretzel Day, I like pretzel day. And it's just there's a long line and everybody wants their pretzel. It's great. It's a really good
Wow,
one.
I don't
I like
remember
this
that at
one
all.
from Death Momstein says Jock breaks up a marriage while torturing an autistic coworker for 9 seasons.
Truly, like Jim is a bad
horrible.
person. In
Jim
that
is
show.
bad.
Truly, just wants what he wants. Andrew Hillary, what's up, dude? Said, dude, where's my human resources?
Oh yeah.
At Andrew Kreckler says he has a bunch. The Fox News Studio. Oh, funny.
Oh, Darth Plato said the television program. We were so close. That was so
hell
close
yeah.
to ours.
This one's great. Also from Andrew Kreckler. Solitaire, the movie. And then finally, oh Christ, not this again.
Marima Wood Elf said Reno 911 for cubicle babies.
At Lene Kassir, what's up? Lene says pre-CIA John Krasinski and friends.
I like Boogeyman Weather. Boogeyman Weather said an office. I mean, if you're gonna rename it,
Oh, that's
perfect.
great. Damn, these are generally, this is like Frasier. Our fans are like shitting on it.
I
And I guess
know.
we are like asking for jokes, so you're going to shit on it.
Yeah.
But I kind of thought that we were going to get some universal support for The Office, but that's not the case.
There's always something to shit on. Even if it's your favorite show, you can shit on Jim and Pam.
At Fondle Punch says, sitcom for boring people. Jesus.
Well, it is for everyone. So
I mean,
that's
yeah.
gonna happen.
Look, man. Hate it.
Reddit, the show.
Yeah,
That's another
dude.
good one for
The
Fondle
same
Punch.
joke for 9 seasons. And then Mike Carosa goes, The Off. That's funny.
Oh, I like. Do you see a chit chat twit twat said Cookie Soccer's version was better? Oh wow, I forgot about Cookie Soccer.
Yeah, cookie soccer. What
That's-
was that? Was biscuit football? Wait,
Chit chat.
cookie soccer. Oh, UK. That's right.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what our. I remember the cookie soccer was something we said, but I forgot that it was the UK.
Yeah, and that what was it
Shit.
the brand ambassador. I can't remember.
God. At Darth Plato also said, capitalism is boring. That's great. Oh, man. At Seth Mills. Seth. He's Death Momstein. He said, failing upwards. And I think that's so.
That
That's
is
just
true.
true. It's especially true about Jim.
Oh man.
Finally, the last one I'm going to read because I have an abridged list. I don't have Wi-Fi. We don't have Wi-Fi in the office yet, and I'm on my laptop. Another one from Andrew Hillary: extremely Donald Trump and incredibly you're fired. This one probably works better for The Apprentice, but whatever. That's so ridiculous.
It is funny how it exists in a universe. It's the same universe where it's on NBC and everyone in the office watches The Apprentice. There's a weird thing about the
my
Office
God, right.
cinematic universe. I mean, Dating Profile Generator is so good.
Yeah, who said that one?
That was Andrew Hillary.
Oh, right.
I mean, that is
right. That's
hilarious.
just right. Truly.
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, who do we give the award to? We got Funny Business.
You got
Funny
more?
Business is Tabularius AE. I love it. I think that was about it. Ultra Beast and Slow Bro said this could have been a Quibi.
Yes, dude.
That's hard to beat.
Pick one more that you really like.
We got from Peter Dahlberg. We have That's What She Said, the show.
Oh my god, dude, that's great.
That's
That
perfect.
show should be called "That's What She Said."
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Wow. Yeah, we were late posting this one. We
Yeah,
literally
sorry about that.
posted this an hour before we recorded. That's our bad. So we couldn't get everybody's responses in this week. But thank y'all so much for writing
So
in.
good. I love it. I don't know. One of my favorites is An Office. It's just made me
I mean,
laugh.
An
What
Office
a great
is
take on that
just-
joke. Boogeyman Weather. We love you.
Hell yeah. Thank y'all so much for writing in. Also, our email is whatthehellisitcalled@gmail.com.
Send us an email. We
It's been a
love
few
them.
months since we read your email, so why don't we do that next week?
Let's do it. We
Yeah.
love you.
And like we said, bonus episodes at patreon.com/what's-it-called. We our Patreon podcast is called What's in There. We try to figure out what's in stuff.
Yeah, and
But
we
this
do.
week we just want to have a beer to celebrate our office.
The beer episode.
Beer's It Called. That's
Ooh,
we're gonna
beer's
do
it called?
the first ever inaugural episode of Beer's It Called
man.
on our Patreon this
Who
week.
doesn't love beer's it called?
Thank y'all. Truly.
We love you.
We love you. This is the most fun show, and we'll see you next week.
Hell yeah.
Bye.
What's it called? What's it called?